Lock up your bikes and feel the heat. It's time for another episode of Like a Podcast. I am Argyle, and with me as always is Jordan.
Hey, what's up?
And how you doing this week, Jordan?
I'm doing pretty good. I've had an interesting week of games, mostly, because it's not like we have time to do pretty much anything else these days. I started playing Final Fantasy VII.
I don't know about
Remake.
you, but I've still got school and work to deal with, so I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I'm done with school now, and not working at the moment.
Yeah, it's not all that different for me, to be honest.
Well, I've just got nothing but time. I started playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. That one's pretty good. I like the man who is horny for his motorcycle. That's
yeah, I watched my brother play it for a little bit, and I got to see the motorcycle man, and I really like him.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. His name is Daisaku Kuze. Thought he was a really cool original character riding around on that motorcycle.
Yeah, he doesn't fight with a sword, he fights with a pipe.
He fights with a pipe. What have you been up to?
Oh, I've actually had most of the last week off of work, so I actually haven't been working.
Cool.
So I've been mostly playing video games like you. A lot of Dark Souls 1, which I've played multiple times before. Now I'm playing it multiple times again.
I have takes about that game, but I won't go into them here.
It's the best Dark Souls game, aside from Dark Souls 2.
It's the worst Dark Souls game.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I've also been playing The Messenger, a pretty good action platformer that then transitions into a Metroidvania out of nowhere.
Huh.
So that's also really good, and the soundtrack slaps for that. So, yeah, that's kind of just what I've been up to. Been doing those too much enough that I was really rushing to get this chapter done this week.
You were like, oh right, I have this one to play. I'll tell you what, I also was procrastinating on this one, and then when we get to the end of the chapter, I forgot how this chapter ends, and I was like, oh my fucking god, I forgot that I have to do a whole other boss fight.
Yeah, I was doing that too. I was like, it was 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, and I was like, oh my god, am I gonna have to do more? Is there more to this? It was already going longer than I thought it was going to.
Thankfully, the game just kind of psychs you out on that. Well, we got a lot to talk about, I think. So why don't we dive in?
Yeah,
talk about. Yeah,
this is Chapter 7: A Dark Escape.
Majima is also running through a doo-doo tunnel this week, just like his friend Kiryu. That's what that means, I think.
Yeah, and he's Sagawa's on a four-wheeler.
Yeah, Sagawa's riding on a children's tricycle. Oh yeah, or like. What are those ones that have two wheels in front and then one in the back?
A three-wheeler.
Oh, I thought you said a four-wheeler. And I was like, is that just
I said a four-wheeler, but then you asked what a three-wheeler is.
So, let's see. Let's just real quickly, as the game does, recap where we were with Majima when we last saw him.
You do it, because I did it for
sure.
Kiryu.
So Majima is, he's the manager of the Cabaret Grand. He's a former Tojo clan, I almost said clansman. Majima is not a racist. He's just a former Yakuza from the Tojo clan. He had a big whoopsie-doo 3 years ago and got the boot, and he got torture prisoned, and now he has to kill a lady if he wants to get back in. He found her. Her name is Makoto Makimura. She works at a massage place, and the last we saw, a bunch of Yakuza came after her. He saved her, and then he was about to murder her with a knife. And that was what we last saw of him. I wonder if he did it. You know what's funny about that question is that it's so obvious that he didn't do it that the game doesn't even show him not do it. They just cut forward in time to him walking her into the warehouse having not killed her.
Yeah, like the next morning too. Like
it's hours later. Of course Majima didn't kill her. It's this game. It's Majima. So yeah, we're in this warehouse. Majima has brought Makoto here, and he's basically gonna hide her out here while the heat dies down, and he wants to know why the fuck the Yakuza want her so bad.
She doesn't know at all.
Yeah, she's like in this weird stage where she's already had a bunch of shit that she went through that we'll talk about later, but also it has nothing to do with that, so it's just like two possible options, and neither of them really make any sense for her, and she's just really confused about this whole situation.
Yeah, and then Majima's like, well, shit. You don't know why they were sent to kill you? You don't even know... I don't even know why I was sent to kill you. And she's like, what? What?
He's like, does it have anything to do with the guy with the bat tattoo? And then she's like, oh, you know about that? Well, why don't you, first of all, she asks, like, why in the world did you not kill me? And he says that he didn't know at the time that she was just this, like, random blind lady. He thought she was, like, this horrible, evil man.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, she says that if he wants to know what the bat tattoo is, she's going to have to ask Lee about it. Lee, who last time we saw was full of holes.
Approximately 3 bullets.
He had approximately 3 big ones just sort of in him. But Majima says, oh, don't worry. You know, missed him by an inch. He got hit in the good zones.
I'm an expert on human anatomy and bullet wounds, and I know that he didn't get shot anywhere important. It's fine.
It's like the funny Family Guy joke of, I have a small bulletproof shield the size of a bullet somewhere on my body. Remember that one? That's so funny. Family Guy's so funny. Oh, it's very funny. So she says go see Lee, who is alive. Lee the alive masseuse will tell you what the thing with the bat tattoo is. Given he's still alive, which he is. So that's good. It's very convenient.
Yeah, so we leave the warehouse to go look for Lee, and outside is Yamagata, the owner of Odyssey, who...
When I saw Yamagata, at first I was like, did I forget about someone? Who is Yamagata? It's been a while. It's been, 3 weeks since we saw Majima?
Yeah, it's your old pal, Yamagata, that really
Well, actually, it's been
character.
4 weeks, because he was in Chapter 2 of Majima.
You mean
he
30.
wasn't in Chapter... Yeah, he's in the first chapter with Majima. Yeah, Chapter 3. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't see him in Chapter 4, so I had completely purged Yamagata from my brain.
Yeah, and Yamagata's like, wow, this is actually a warehouse owned by Odyssey.
Yeah, this is like the place where Odyssey stashes their chairs and where the lust machine lives. This is where they stash him. So this is what's weird about Yamagata, because he's like, damn, Majima, are you like holding a girl captive in that warehouse? That's pretty fucked up, dude. That's pretty twisted.
That's pretty fucked up, but I'm not gonna tell anyone because it gets me a favor.
Damn, dude, that's pretty effed up of you. By the way, have you heard of this brand new trend in the Sotenbori nightlife district? It's called Cabaret Club, and it's definitely the hot new thing.
Yeah, I hear that cabaret clubs will one day even overpower the normal cabarets and clubs.
By the way, I will not tell anyone about the woman that you're holding hostage in that warehouse.
Because it's better if we have competition. If the Grand goes out of business, then Odyssey will also go out of business.
He says that Majima, baseball lover Majima's like, the reason people love to go to baseball games is to see 2 teams of equal skill duke it out. If the Grand goes away because I got arrested for... I guess holding a woman hostage in a warehouse, then your club would go under too, I guess, somehow. Sure. All right.
I mean, they'd probably go under first because their owner was, like, aiding Majima in imprisoning this woman in the warehouse, but, I mean...
I don't think either of them would get away pretty well with this, especially since, in reality, if they found out, I'm sure that Yamagata would get owned too by the Yakuza, so... So... He says, I'll keep quiet. By the way, if you ever see one of those cabaret clubs, you better go check it out. It'll be pretty rad. You'll say holy shit when you see it. It'll
be pretty cool.
It'll be pretty awesome. Anyway, enjoy your hostage situation, Majima. I'm sure you're having a great time. So what's next? Oh yeah, we have to go find Lee.
Yeah, Majima goes to Hogushi Kaikon to search for Lee. Nobody's there. It's just
there's
the
a
whole
Lee-shaped puddle. There's a Lee-shaped puddle of blood.
Yeah, there pretty much is. There's blood all over the fucking place. The place is torn to shreds. He's just hanging out when he hears somebody walk in, and like a normal man, he pulls out his knife immediately and corners the guy that walks in.
He like presses X to get in Gears of War cover, and then pulls out his knife, and then a man who the game calls Little Guy walks in.
Little Guy.
It's just a little guy. It's Mr. Moneybags.
No, he's not Mr. Moneybags.
No, he's a back alley Chinese doctor, and he's here to get clothes for Lee. who he's taking care of in his very legal hospital that is located inside scenic Mahjong Jambalaya, where most hospitals are.
Jambalaya.
It's just a hospital where you only eat jambalaya.
It sounds pretty good.
So Majima does something which I find wholly unnecessary, which is he sees this little guy, capital L, capital G, and he's just like, I can't let... He says, sir, I cannot allow you to live. You might tell Lee that I'm coming. And then he just knocks him out. What was that about, Majima?
Well, he doesn't want Lee to know that he's coming. He just
yeah,
said
but
it.
he's here. He can, follow him. He can get there slightly faster. He can run. Like, he knows where the guy is. I think he just wanted to be dramatic and knock a guy out.
I just really want to punch a guy in the stomach. I heard that Harry Houdini died after getting punched in the stomach, and I want to try that out on someone.
Majima says, I read in a book that if you punch someone hard enough in the stomach, they'll fall asleep. I want to give that a try.
He hit him right in the sleeping gland.
Kamaki taught me Kamaki taught me the...
No, it's Komeki.
No, it is Kameki. Kameki taught me the Kameki Goodnight stomach punch. And I want to try it out. So he tries it out and it works, and little guy is now little asleep.
Yeah. So you head over to Mahjong Jambalaya.
Yeah, and I love how Lee is just kind of thriving. Like he is a human piece of Swiss cheese, but he is also just kicking back with the game of Mahjong.
Yeah, he's got bandages around his shoulders, so you know that he's anime injured. But he is just kind of hanging out and playing Mahjong. He's
like, if you're looking for me, that must mean that Makoto is alive. I'm very smart. I'm playing fourth dimensional Mahjong.
Yes, I predicted that you would get... I knew you would get here, Majima. I was expecting you. I predicted it using my god hands, which also make me very good at Mahjong and massaging.
The part where I got shot 3 times, that was all part of the plan. Do you know
I could have used my god hands to block the bullets, Majima, you see, because they're very good and I have very nice, cool hands, but... I chose not to because it was part of my grander plan.
I meant to get shot 3 times, and I also meant to let Makoto get kidnapped because I knew that it was all part of the plan. Okay.
I needed to get injured to lure out the devil hand, Manjima. You need to understand this.
God hand 2 coming soon.
If he thinks that I'm injured, then he'll come out of hiding and try to take me out. But what he doesn't know is that I'm immune to bullets, actually, and they don't hurt me. They feel good, actually.
I press L1 to block, and the bullets are good. So Majima, the scariest part of this game happens in this scene, but it's kind of a fake out where Lee says, "Sit down, Majima, play some Mahjong with me," and I said, "No!"
I've played this 3 times before, and I didn't remember if it actually makes you play Mahjong or not, and I was so worried.
No. Oh man, that'd be terrifying. It's like you sit down and Machima's like, "Oh yeah, you get the
20-page long Mahjong tutorial."
It just sends you to a YouTube channel called, it's like a niche Mahjong YouTuber that it just shows you all of his videos and makes you learn.
Jesus.
I like the idea that Majima's like, yeah, I of course I know how to play Mahjong. Of course, I mean, who doesn't know how to play Mahjong in this day and age? So thankfully the game doesn't force you to play Mahjong. But thankfully it says if you want to finish Yakuza 0, you have to beat Lee in a game of Mahjong.
And that's why Yakuza 0 is better than Yakuza 2 or Kiwami 2.
Yeah. And this is unfortunately, listeners, this is where the podcast ends because I'm never playing Mahjong. So Majima is basically trying to get out of anyone he can, trying to find out why these people are after Makoto, who seemingly, it's just some random lady who hasn't done anything in her life. He brings up the bat tattoo guy, and Lee says, "Oh, this has nothing to do with him. That's like this is that guy was small time."
Did we mention that the doctor shows back up with a bunch of guys with broadswords to kill Majima?
Oh, that fight was like 3 seconds long, so I kind of forgot about that even happening. Yeah, the doctor comes in.
That happens.
He just has like a bunch of guys with like comical scimitars, and he's just like, "Time to die." And then Majima does
I was mostly just disappointed by this fight because I couldn't use one of my favorite heat actions because the swords aren't technically swords. I think they're technically daggers. by the game's classifications, so you can't do the sword counter that Breaker Style has.
There's a breaker style sword counter?
Yeah, do you not know it?
No.
Where he catches the sword in his teeth?
What? Okay, can we real quickly, while we're on the subject of heat moves, and specifically heat moves that involve teeth, there's another horrible one that I just rediscovered today, which is where Majima sticks his baseball bat in the guy's mouth and then kicks it upward.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Which would just like destroy all your teeth and probably just kill you.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that one too because I like it a lot. It's really good.
It's one of those ones that like that is good, but also, geez,
Yeah, why don't we also talk about the essence of Pliers' teeth?
No, I refuse. So, Majima kicks everyone's ass, and then he says, "Okay, tell me about this guy with the bat." And then Lee's like, "Oh, did Makoto not tell you? It's about her. It's about the reason that she went blind." So apparently, 2 years ago, Makoto came to Osaka at age 18, and she worked as a live-in hostess, which is a kind of job that makes you extremely easy mark for some very, very bad people. So basically, someone like got her and caught her and like kidnapped her and then sold her into basically the slave trade.
Yeah.
And the experience was so traumatic that she went blind, which I believe is actually a real thing that can happen. It's not like one of those Hirohiko Araki made it up. He read it on a Snapple.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not like Prince Andrew saying that he couldn't sweat anymore because of his time in the Falklands. This is a real, actual thing that can happen.
He says he can't sweat anymore because he's a lizard. Which
he's
is what I
lizard.
when a lizard spends time in the Falklands, they can't sweat anymore. So that makes a lot of sense. So the last thing that Makoto saw before she went blind was the tattoo of a bat on the guy's arm who kidnapped her. So, a very disturbing, traumatic experience. And good old Majima, our friend and emotionally intelligent man, just says, "Damn, dude, that story's a real kick in the dick." Yeah. Thanks, Majima.
Damn, that's fucked up, man. I'm sorry.
Sometimes the words that you need to hear are not the words you expect, and I think this is what it would take for that's our step one on Makoto's sort of path to recovery. Is him telling her that sounds like a kick in the dick.
Lee says that there's one way out for all three of them, but they have to work together. He's gonna like go and gather some information first, and he just wants Majima to take care of Makoto for now.
Yeah, he says, "About to head out. Gonna go to the Don Quixote. Do you want anything? I'll meet up with you later. For now, you go spend time with Makoto, and definitely go straight there, and don't do any funny business. No silly stuff on the way. Okay?
No silly stuff.
Just go straight there. No drug testing.
Nothing like that. So, anyways, do you think this would be
a
good time for our side stories?
Yeah. So Majima listens to what Lee says. He says, "I know there's like a terrified blind woman who is relying on me right now, but I think it'd be really funny if I just kind of wandered around town for a bit instead."
Just for a larf.
Let's see. You went before me last time, I think. Or no. You did yours, so you start this week.
Okay. I did sub-story number 62. The 10 million yen drug test.
Cool.
Yeah. So in the back alley, like right next to Mahjong Jambalaya, where Areshi and his crew hang out.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Areshi. It's been a while. I haven't gone to see him yet.
Yeah, there's a really shittily drawn poster advertising like clinical drug trials. And whoever volunteers will be compensated 10 million yen. Holy smokes.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not a bad amount of money for a man
that's like 1/50th of Mr. Shakedown.
Yeah, so, I've only got like 500 million yen right now, so I'm like, yeah, let's go do that. The poster tells you to go to Ashitaba Park. So you go there, you meet the guy, and he's like, you're a pretty fine specimen. We get a lot of applicants, but most of them don't meet the rigorous physical requirements to do this. So we have to turn most of them away, but you You're an Adonis. You're a god among men. You could do this, no problem. But also, these things aren't really all that official. Kind of under the table, so don't tell anyone about it. We are gonna have you sign a non-disclosure agreement, and all that.
This
so come on inside.
This sounds so. Can I just say, as a person who has lived on Earth for a while, this sounds so good. And I think if this happened to me, I would be really excited about it.
Yeah, it's $100,000, dude. I wouldn't turn it down.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
Absolutely, what is the worst that could happen?
Yeah, so you go inside, and Majima's like, I don't know about this, but the dude's like, come on, man. These drugs could save lives. This could save the lives of, like, children all over the world, and you don't want that? And Majima's just like, all right. He signs the NDA, he signs a waiver, so now if he dies, there's nothing he can do.
Did we ever mention that Majima's not in the other games because he died during a below-the-table drug test?
Yeah. So they go to a big-ass room to do these tests in. And a couple guys in lab coats walk in, and they will be administering the drugs to our friend Majima. So first up is a drug they call fatigue-free hexene. Now, what this is supposed to do is make you feel really pumped up. You're just gonna feel really energetic all the time, and you won't feel fatigued at all. So Majima takes the pill, and the way they're going to test it is they're going to have him fight a bunch of goons.
What else would they do?
So 6 guys walk in, and they're like, all right, as soon as that pill kicks in, we're going to have you fight him. And the pill kicks in, and Majima feels like shit. He can feel the life draining out of his body. He feels fatigued immediately. He's exhausted. But basically what this means in gameplay terms is your HP is draining pretty rapidly.
Jeez.
So you need to beat up these guys within a certain amount of time, or you're gonna die. So you beat them up, and they give you a healing potion to fill your health back up, thankfully, in between all these fights. And they're like, oh, well, that sucks. Anyways, here's the next drug. This one's called Concentrion. It's gonna make you really able to concentrate and focus. You'll feel like everyone else is standing still. It'll be so cool. It sounds like the Limitless pill, to be honest.
He says, here, this is a new drug we're testing. It's called AD9. That's a joke that it is gonna hang in the air for like
2 years.
But what? It's gonna hang in the air for like 2 to 3 years.
Yeah. This one definitely did remind me of that. This sub story. So Majima takes it. The goons walk back in. They're in tip-top shape. They got the health potion too. And Majima can't concentrate on anything. He's suddenly very bored and disinterested with everything that's going on. But he's going to fight these guys nonetheless. And what this means, his lack of focus, the game randomly switches you between your 3 fighting styles. So...
Oh, it's like the worst part of BioShock. Remember that? Oh my god, that part sucks.
I never played BioShock. Anyways,
there's a part where it just like randomly forces you to use one plasmid. It's just garbage. I hate that.
Fantastic. Yeah, so you'll just be like mid combo and you'll switch from Breaker to Thug to Slugger again to Slugger again, and then back to Breaker. It can just swap you to the same one multiple times in a row. Also, just a quick note, apparently if you do this before you unlock Breaker style, it will still swap you to Breaker style.
Majima is so unfocused that he decided that instead of fighting, he'd learn how to breakdance.
Yeah. You beat him up, you get another health potion, and they're like, oh, well, that one's a bust too. Well, there's just one more before you get your 10 million yen, right? And they give you the last drug. It's called Vision Improvaxin.
I wonder what it does.
Yeah, Majima's not very impressed by the names either, but basically what this one does is it's supposed to make you see better.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. Majima's had trouble with his depth perception since he's missing an eyeball.
It'll make your vision so sharp, so clean, so crisp, and you can see it coming by now. It doesn't. It does the exact opposite of that, and it makes the edges of your screen really dark and cloudy, which isn't really too much of a hindrance, to be honest. So you beat up the guys again. I wish it like hid your HUD from you, but it doesn't do that. It'd be pretty cool if it did.
That would be pretty fun.
And he gets his 10 million yen, and they're like, "Yeah, thank you, Majima." Majima's like, "Yeah, well, if this helped advance the cause of medicine and maybe could save some lives down the road, I'm not too bummed about this." And they're like, "No, none of these drugs will ever see the light of day. Sorry, bye. But if you want to help us test out some more drugs, we'll call you up, bud." And then you leave, and that's the end of the sub-story.
See, I thought it was really funny how Kiryu has a sub-story where they say, there's a person in this building who's doing a drug test, and we need you to fight him. That would be pretty funny. My sub-story, and I never write down the numbers, so I'm very sorry, is called A Man with a Stranger's Face. So, we're back in the park that I can't remember the name of, my bad.
Ashitaba Park,
good job. There's a family, there's a mom and a little boy, and he's just kind of staring at a baseball, and then at the other end of the park is just a strange man who's staring at the kid, and he's just like, "Oh, this child." The boy asks Majima to throw the ball back to him, and then the strange and not at all suspicious man is like, "Excuse me, could I throw the ball?" But Majima has already thrown it, and the guy's like, "Oh, okay." Majima says like, "Why did you want to throw the ball so bad? You're making me feel guilty, dude." And he says, "Oh, well, you see, I just wanted to play catch with that kid." The woman, the mother, comes up and thanks Majima for giving the kid the ball back, and the boy thanks him too. And then Majima's like, "If you keep throwing the ball like that, you'll be a pro in no time. See you later." And then the strange man says that it would be okay to tell Majima the secret information because has no involvement in his life. Those people are his family. They're his wife and son. And the reason they don't recognize it is because his face was completely surgically altered 6 months ago. Because of some Yakuza...
6 months ago?
6 months ago. There was some Yakuza-related serious trouble. His name is now Keigo Akatani, because the former him is legally dead, and he wouldn't even tell you his real name. There's a... By the way, that number 6 months ago has got the gear spinning in my head as to who this person could be. I don't know if it means anything. Seriously, I don't. There's literally no one in the world who would ever recognize him, and he's been going through it so bad. He said that basically, his whole family is gone. He can't see them. No one knows who he is, and he often thinks about just ending his life because he's so miserable. But instead, he just stands in the park all day and watches them from afar. And Majima's like,
"Not
why don't
that
you just..."
afar.
He stands in the park and watches them from several feet away every day. And Majima says, "Well, why don't you just tell them, you idiot? Just talk to them." And then he says the reasons in like reverse order, which he's like, well, first of all, I don't think they would believe me if I told them I was the dad. I don't think they'd believe that. And I'm worried they wouldn't accept my new face either. And also, I'm currently pretty deep in the underworld, and me knowing that might put their lives at risk. But that's kind of a, just a afterthought for me. I'm more worried that they'll be like, "Oh, well, you've proved that you're my husband, but I don't like that face. That one's looking a little weird."
You're not nearly as hot as my husband was.
He used to be way hotter. And then the little boy agrees. He's like, "Yeah, my dad used to be so hot, and you're not hot anymore." Akatani says that Majima's the first guy he's spoken openly and honestly about this ever since his face was changed, and he may call him up again sometime. I just went out to play some poker, won some money just to pass the time, and I come back and Akatani's...
Oh yeah, you definitely won money playing poker.
I did. I played high stakes poker, and I won one hand, and it won me 6,000 chips. So shut up. Get out of here.
How much is that worth?
I don't know. I think I made like 4 million yen.
Oh wow!
So not as much as one. Yeah, exactly. I was doing it to pass the time. Get off my back. So I return to Akatani. He's standing close again. his son is there, just kind of staring at the wall, but the wife is gone. So they go up to Majima pushes Akatani to go speak to the boy, who is watching ants. He's just like, "Wow, I'm watching some ants. These are great." And then Majima says, "Is it fun?" And then he says, "Not really." And then I love this.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate to little kids.
I think it's really funny when Majima is like pushing Akatani to go talk to the kid. He says, "It shouldn't matter if he plays with a total stranger." And then when you go up to them, you can say one of three things. You can say, "How are you doing, Yusuke?" Which makes no sense because you don't know his name yet, or like he wouldn't know that you know his name. You can say, "What you up to?" which is the right answer, and then you can just say, "Hey, do you want some candy?" And I'm just like, Majima. Stranger danger.
Hey kid, you want to see a real gun?
Majima, he's like, "Hey kid, you want to see something fucked up? Check this out. It's my knife. I was gonna kill a person with this like a few hours ago.
But I decided not to because I
have conscience. Check this out. I almost killed 18 people one time." So, Yusuke says, that's the boy's name. Yusuke's like, "My dad used to play with me. He used to watch Ants, the movie, with me. It's not at all like A Bug's Life." And then he's like, "Do you miss your dad?" And Yusuke's... that's what Akatani says. He's like, "Do you miss your dad?" And the boy's like, "Yeah, I miss him a lot. Great." And Majima thinks, "Wow, this guy totally is his dad. He's speaking just like a dad." Yusuke goes to meet with his mom. And Akatani once again thanks Majima for sort of pushing him to connect with the son a little bit. And as they're leaving, there's some Yakuza-looking guys who kind of regard Akatani. Majima asks if they have any business with him, and they kind of walk away. Later, we come back to the park. Yusuke's mom is there, but this time Yusuke's missing.
Oh no!
She says that she showed up, he's gone. But she noticed that his baseball is sitting on the floor, so she knows he's here. And Majima says he'll keep an eye out. If you just walk literally like 20 feet around the corner, he's just standing there waiting for you. So that's great. Apparently some scary looking Yakuza guys came to take him. They were calling him Akatani's brat. Majima says, sends Yusuke back to his mom and goes to talk to Akatani, who's once again standing several feet away within earshot of his family. This time the Yakuza approach them. He says that they've kidnapped his wife. They have her hostage right over there. And they're actually not after whoever Akatani was. They're after who Akatani is now, which is seemingly some kind of lone wolf hitman kind of guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right? They're like, "You're ruthless. You have no ties, no weaknesses. We were wondering how we could get to you, but now we found out that you're interested in this family." And Akatani says, "I don't know who you are, but I want you to leave that woman alone." So they throw a knife at his feet and they say, "If you kill yourself right now on the spot, we won't hurt these people." And Akatani thinks about it for a second, because he said earlier that he had nothing to live for anymore without his family. But then Majima interrupts and he frees the woman. He kicks the guy down and the wife runs away. And then he says, "Akatani, you go protect your family. I'll beat their asses." And he beats their asses. I do love after he does that, Akatani looks at the thugs and he says, "If you ever touch another innocent civilian again, I will find you and I will end you." That's pretty fun. Okay. So Majima says, he says, "I don't get it." And then he says, "Wow, you're really menacing when you want to be." And he says, "It helps in my line of work."
Majima says, I saw the first Taken in theaters and it was alright, but I never saw Taken 2 or 3 and they sound pretty dog shit. But, the first one was, actually, I don't know, looking back, the first one, not as good as I thought it was back then, but it's still like a decent dumb action movie. It was a popcorn flick, starring Akatani as Mr. Taken. I don't know what his name is. I've never seen it. So Akatani goes up to the woman. He says, "I'll never show my face around these parts again. I'll leave and you'll never see me again. I'm sorry for bringing bother to your family." And then Yusuke's like, "Thank you for protecting me and my mom."
And then he's
Thank
like,
you,
huh?
mysterious stranger.
Thank you, mysterious stranger. He tells the woman, he's like, Yuko, please take care of Yusuke. What? And then she's like, huh? And then as he leaves, he thanks Majima for help. And guess what? I didn't know that this was what I was gonna get for the sub story, but this is perfect. He gives you Sakura Storm.
Oh, nice.
The legendary blade. So in every Yakuza game, you can get a sword called Sakura Storm that makes basically magic cherry blossom petals fly around when you use it. Didn't know that was what I'd get for this, but I totally am going to use it as an opportunity to talk about it. So that's good. It's fun for boss fights. Then as he's leaving to bid farewell to this family one last time, Yusuke's like, do I know him? Oh. And then he looks at the ball and he goes, Dad, Mister, because he thinks just for a second he thinks that guy is his dad, for some reason, and then he says, "Let's play catch sometime," and then Akatani says, "Wow, that would be great," and that's the end of the sub story.
Anyways, I have to go kill someone for money.
Someone for money. I'm looking for a woman named Makoto Makimura. Have you seen her, Majima? Sorry, let's get back to Makoto. I bet she's wondering where we went.
Yeah, so after all of our shenanigans, we get back to the warehouse, and Makoto's in there. She's crying. She's like, Majima, what have you been doing? Have you been out doing drug tests again?
Majima, you seem like you've had several experiences without me. What are you doing? She asks where Lee is, and Lee's fine. It's good.
Thankfully, says, we can say with confidence that Lee is fine now.
Lee is thriving, okay?
He's having a great time.
He's doing the best he's ever been. Which Makoto loves to hear. She says, "Wow, I'm glad. I thought he got shot several times. There was more of it was more like at the point of where we last saw Lee. It was more like there was a Lee-shaped hole in a bunch of bullets. So I'm glad to know that Lee is doing all right.
Yeah, they reassembled him pretty good. So
yeah, they stuck him back together in the Mahjong Center. He explains that he heard what happened to her, and he says, "Wow, you've had it rough for a long time, but I guess things aren't much better now." And then he says something I thought was pretty baffling, which he says like, "I guess it's good that it's not the guy with the bat gunning for you," which I think is really funny because he's saying instead of that one guy that you've spent your life living in fear from, you're now living in fear from several other guys. And that's good. That's good. Takes it off your mind, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a cope to let other hitmen try to kill you.
She doesn't see the bright side on all of this, and she
doesn't
weeping.
like it.
Yeah, she's crying pretty openly right now.
Majima is like big dumbass. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you sad. If it makes you feel any better, I just had a bad medical test experience, and I lost my vision too."
He does more. That's a joke.
It was a joke. He says he's missing an eye, so he was locked up for a few years, and he had some kind of twisted experiences that lost him one of his eyes, but he can still see, so he's better off than she is.
Yeah, and he's like, well,
that's his own words, by the way.
Yeah, he says, well, I guess that didn't really make you feel much better, huh? You'd probably feel at least a little bit better with some food in your stomach. You haven't eaten, since before you were kidnapped. So,
that's true.
You want some food? I'm about to head out. And she says,
I'm going to McDonald's. You want anything?
And she says, please get me some McTakoyaki. So you head out. She says,
please get me some. And then the actress in perfect English says, donuts. I'm like, oh yes, a donut. I know what that is. Are these what are those? Are these Dunkin' Donuts munchkins? Great.
Can you get me some Timbits?
Can you get me some donut holes from the donut hole stand with an octopus on the front of it? So we go to get some takoyaki. I'll tell you this, Miss. You know who else was in line for takoyaki?
Who?
Mr. Shakedown.
Oh shit!
He was just standing right there, and I had to
I had to evade him a lot in this chapter for some reason.
He was like my player too. Like I think he has his own sort of inner life going on where he's also trying to find the man with the bat, and like he's got his own cabaret club that he's running on the side. That's when they make another Yakuza 0 sequel that's gonna be about you play as Mr. Shakedown.
There were several times where I ended up attracting his attention, but managed to like shake him off at the last second by like talking to someone or like going into a building or something.
Running into You go into a karaoke and he's just sitting there ready to sing. He's just like, Majima, I've been waiting for you.
Majima, you're right on time. I was about to sing along to Rouge of Love.
Okay, so we get the takoyaki, and we take it back to Makoto. She seems to have calmed down. She says like, I've calmed down, now I'm just very hungry. Please, give me my donut holes. And then she asks how Majima lost his eye. I thought this was kind of weird writing here because earlier Majima explained that he was like tortured and locked up for 2 years. But then when she asks how he lost his eye, he just said he lost it in a terrible accident.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, it was an accident. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and Makoto.
The only thing I regret about it is that it ruined my handsome face.
Makoto, miss empathy is like, wow, that sucks. That's so sad. I feel really bad for you. And he's like, well, like I can still see. And then she says, well, the doctors say that my vision will come back one day. It's just a matter of when. And then when he says,
possible that it could come back.
Yeah, that's true. When he says that it ruined his handsome face, she's like, oh, so you're handsome. I'll believe it when I see it later in the game. Haha, just kidding. And then he's just like, damn, wish... Majima is such an asshole here. He's like, damn, wish you could see so you could get a look at my handsome face.
Well, he says like, well, yeah, I used to be handsome before I lost this eye. I wish I could show it to you, but, well,
hey, Argyle,
I'm not handsome anymore, and also you're blind.
I used to be handsome like you, and then I took a Shimano to the eye.
No, it wasn't Shimano that poked his eye out, so that doesn't make
that's
any
right.
sense.
I'm sorry. It was
just some goon.
It was just some guy. It's kind of funny that just some guy made Majima lose his eye.
Yeah,
just some random
guy.
Just some guy. So she kind of starts laughing, and he's just trying to like do whatever he can to sort of cheer her up. I like the scenes between Majima and Makoto.
Yeah, there's a good few scenes with these two.
So like he sees that she's like wearing a watch, and he says, I like Majima because he cannot fathom the idea of like a blind person wearing a watch for any reason, like whether or not it was a gift or it's a sentimental object. He's like, that's a nice watch. Weird that you're wearing it because you can't read it. And it's like, Majima.
She says, well, it's a pretty cute watch. And he's like, well, how can you tell? You're blind.
Yeah, Majima. That's like asking why a blind person would wear a tie.
Well, why are you wearing clothes, Makoto? You can't even see them.
You can't even see what you're wearing, Makoto. Why would you ever put any effort into anything? So that's weird, Majima. I guess Majima has never met a blind person before.
And she did still keep it around. She liked the chime from it.
Yeah, it has a little music box in it.
Also, that's broken.
Yeah.
So she had it of a memento from when her life was still normal. So, kind of an asshole thing to do there, Majima.
Yeah.
But she takes it off and she's like, oh, I should face, life as it is instead of...
She says, wow, Majima, you're right. I can't see this. Might as well just throw it in the garbage. Then Majima's like, wait. No, I mean, if it means something to you, you don't have to take it off. And she's like, no, Majima, you're right. I can't, there's only one reason I would ever own a watch, and it's so I can tell the time. So I'll just throw it right in the trash. And he's like, God. So yeah, she takes it off and she just puts it on the table, and Majima like discreetly pockets it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, this'll fetch a great price at Ebisu Pawn.
This looks like a Lamarche design.
This is a Lamarche original. What happens? Oh yeah. So she says that she doesn't need it anymore. And she's gonna try to be strong and hope that one day her life will return to normalcy. Hopefully. What's next?
Majima asks Makoto if she knows who Sagawa is. She doesn't.
That was a weird question. And she's like, have you ever heard of Sagawa of the Omi Alliance? And she's like, I don't even know what either of those words
What's
mean.
the Omi Alliance?
What's the Omi Alliance, Majima? She doesn't know his name. What am I talking about? And then she just says, he's like, gotcha, interesting. So that
he does
tells
the
him...
thinking emoji.
Yeah, that tells him that, like, well, if she doesn't know Sagawa personally, then that must mean that Sagawa isn't doing this for any personal reason, that he's doing this on someone's orders. And then for, like, the 5th time, he's just like, do you know why the Yakuza are after you? And she's like, no, I have no clue. How many times, Majima?
Well, come on, you told me about your watch and everything, and you still don't know why the Yakuza
now
are
you
after
should know. It probably has something to do with the watch.
Yeah.
Realistically, it's the watch. And then he explains that... I have no idea why Majima tells her this. He's like... yeah, by the way, if I kill you, Sagawa will let me get back into the Tojo clan. And she's like, what's the Tojo clan?
Don't worry about it.
Majima, why are you doing this? He has no emotional intelligence. He's got the emotional intelligence of a teaspoon. He's just like, yeah, I know you're like distraught and traumatized and your whole life just got completely fucked up for seemingly no reason. I just want to let you know personally that like my life would be better if I killed you, and that would achieve the goal that I had been aiming for, just to let you know, just to help you sleep at night. Goodbye.
Yeah, so Majima walks out, and it's about time he got back to the Grand, but first, he is going to take a trip to go see a cabaret club like Yamagata recommended to him.
Yeah, Yamagata, like, pokes his head out of Odyssey, and he's like...
Hey, you went to go see a cabaret club yet?
I'm telling you, we gotta
Hey, Majima, you finished with us errands? So Majima goes to a place. I forget what the name of the, like, district is, but he's just like, I'm gonna go here, because I thought I saw a cabaret club there.
It's kind of by the park. It's, like, right by the park.
Yeah, he goes there, and the manager is standing outside. His name is Yoda, and... Yoda.
Ooh, Yoda. Cabaret club you're managing.
I'm gonna call him Yuda just so we don't make that joke again.
I think if it was Japanese, it'd be Yoda, like a long, but you can call him Yoda. It's like because it's Youda. It's like Yoda, yeah. But you can call him Yoda.
Okay. Anyways, the manager Yoda is standing outside, and he says, "Hey, come on in to my club. It's called Club Sunshine. I can hook you up with our number one girl right now. Come on, just come on in. Number one. So yeah, you go on in, and the club is absolutely dead inside. There's nobody. You're the only customer.
Machima's like, I thought Yamagata told me this was like the next big thing. Is this guy fucking with me? Is he like, Majima, you gotta go turn your club into a cabaret club, and that's gonna really send your business soaring. Goes there, it's just completely dead. It's just like, fucking Yamagata.
Just wasting my time.
Number one girl
shows
don't worry.
up.
Walking Erection is thrusting in the corner because there's one for every club, obviously.
Yeah, if you don't hire one, then what kind of club are you, to be honest? So, the alleged number one girl, Yuki, shows up, and she's very nervous. She's kind of plain looking. She can't really hold a conversation or anything, and Majima's like, you're really the number one girl? You suck. And she says, yeah, I mean, I'm technically the number one girl. There's only 3 of us left, so I'm the best one of the 3 of us.
I tried. Cut me some slack.
Yeah, see, the thing is, this club used to be really popular until the 5 stars of Sotenbori came into town.
Oh, this sounds like something this sounds familiar. I don't know, the 5 somethings? Okay. Now you've got my attention.
The 5 stars. They run the 5 most popular cabaret clubs in town, and they've muscled out all the other competition.
There's 5 clubs. There's the Leisure Club, the Pleasure Club.
There's
the Gambling Club.
Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
I'm sorry.
They're named after planets. It's Club Mars. Okay. There's Club Jupiter. There's Club Mercury, Club Venus, and Club Moon.
Do they like transform and then fight monsters or something?
I hope so. So they drove all the other competition out of town using underhanded tactics, harassment and things like that. And as you're talking about this, you hear Yoda from the entrance yelling about he's tired of being harassed. There's a pudgy man in a red suit He's like, Yoda, what do you mean harassment? You have no proof that I've been harassing you, that my men have been harassing you, except for me just kind of obliquely referencing it. It's revealed to us that this is the owner of Club Mars. His name is Hino. They do exposition for a bit. It doesn't really matter. Hino walks out. Majima walks up to Yoda and is like, what the heck's going on? And Yoda kind of lays out what the deal with the 5 stars is. They want to have a monopoly over the entire like Cabaret Club industry in the town. And they eventually even want to take on like the full cabarets, like the Grand and Odyssey and stuff. So they want to take those down too.
Not the big box cabarets.
Oh no. Also Hino did threaten Yoda's family on his way out. I forgot to mention that. He's like, how's your daughter doing? I hear she's living in Tokyo these days.
You have that wife, your new wife, Yuko, and your stepson, Yusuke? Well, it'd be a shame if something were to happen to them.
It'd be a shame if something were to happen to your face. And Majima's like, alright, well, I'll help you out. We can take the fight to these 5 stars. Both because I don't like to see them muscling in on the little guy, and also because it's in my self-interest. I don't want them like competing with the Grand. Yoda immediately makes him manager. He's like, "Whoa, you're the
manager of the cabaret? What?
Yeah, you're the Lord of the Night. You're the genius that runs the Grand. Yeah, dude, you can be the manager here right now. Do it, man."
This is good. This is good for him because, like, Majima, the thing about the 5 stars is they're using all those underhanded tactics, and Majima would never. He's a very honorable. He would never, sneak into your club and then try to poach your number 1 girl and like gather intel on you. He wouldn't do that. So that's good. This is good that they've done this.
Yeah. So then you learn kind of the ins and outs of the job. This is gonna take a while. So
describe it in the simplest terms possible.
So you assign you.
We should say this is called Cabaret Club Tsar.
So you assign a roster of girls from... You recruit them through a variety of means, either off the street or through sub-stories or just by spending completion points. And then you open for the day and you get customers and you match them up with the girls. The more... They have different stats and different customers have different preferences. So the better the girl stats are in their preferred areas, the more satisfied they'll be and the more money they'll spend. So as they are having their time, occasionally the girls will call for help, and you'll need to they'll give you a hand signal that you'll need to figure out. Some of them are easy, like they'll just do
opening a menu.
Yeah, gesture. They'll be unfolding their hands, so it's obviously that's the menu hand signal. But then some of them are doing
if you tell Majima...
Do the hang 10 symbol, but then turn it so that your thumb and pinky are facing downward.
Ashtray. I remember that. That's ashtray.
No, that's refill the ice.
Oh, no, right. Ashtray is dumping. It's dump the ashtray. Big L, take the L. That means to refill the guest's glass. But if they do a little sign, this big,
if they're
that means refill their glass.
Yes.
And that gives you good point. That gives you good boy points. That gives
you
and
if you do it, you get good boy points, you get a bonus order so that you get more money out of that table, and also the girl regains some health, because they do have HP that drains over time, and that'll diminish
This is
stats.
A metaphor for how working in a capitalist system kills you slowly.
Yeah. But it's fine, because you can refill it by being a good manager and giving them gifts and things. So, I don't know. It's not too bad.
Take big Lego. This will heal your body.
Yeah, and then eventually their session will end. You have a variety of options there, too. The only good one is the option to extend their session, because the other ones are all worthless. And once you end the day...
Whoa. Are you not giving expensive gifts then?
Not to the customers.
You gotta give the expensive gifts.
Fuck
that makes your follower count go up.
I don't
That
care.
means-
I can get fans by just doing the normal stuff.
But you gotta get the most subscribers.
No.
How else are you gonna become an affiliate?
No. So yeah, and then depending on how well you do at the end of the day, obviously you get more money, but it also makes your fan count go up in whatever region you're working in, and the fan count basically just like increases how busy you'll be for a day. So you'll get significantly more customers if you have like 500, if you have like 2,000 fans over if you have 500 fans, for instance.
The other thing is that can I chime in?
Yeah, go ahead.
The fan count, I believe, also impacts your clientele. Or that's the district you're working in. So when you open, you like select the district, and that influences what clientele come in. Which they all wear their socioeconomic status name tag. So it's like, hi, I'm poor, I'm wearing garbage bag, and then like, hi,
I'm average.
I'm average, I'm wearing normal clothes, and then it's like, hi, isn't there one step above rich? There's like rich, and then there's like...
There's rich and mega rich.
Mega rich, and mega rich, he's just wearing like a solid gold kimono or something. Whatever rich people like. But the thing is that much like real life, the richer you are, the shitty you are, the more shittier you are, and that makes their demands way harder to meet, and they're just they're not happy. Nothing makes them happy except for like the perfect girl. So
yeah, there are different ranks of girls too. You've got bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Platinums are only acquired through doing the cabaret and conquering the different districts.
Platinums are the ones that they can do the whole fight without taking any damage and do it in a certain time.
Yeah, they're pure platinum.
They're pure platinum.
And it also means that you can dress them up. You get a variety of clothes and makeup options that will modify their stats in different ways.
This game has a very comprehensive dress up, makeup, jewelry, perfume system that you can really sink your teeth into. It's very comprehensive.
Yeah, you can put your girl in like bunny ears and big goofy glasses if you want. You can put them in a sexy dress with.
You can do their nails. You can do their lipstick
in a variety of patterns.
And it doesn't matter at the end of the
blush, eyeshadow. Most of these don't affect stats. It's basically just like a few of the clothing options.
It's clothes
will
and jewelry,
stats.
And then and also when you look at the. I mean, this minigame is, you're looking at the club from like a top perspective, so you can barely even see it on the girls, so... It's good. It's just for the people who really want to sink their teeth into a comprehensive makeup system.
It also does have a banging song while you're doing that, which we have been playing through this.
You're listening to it right now.
Yeah.
Unless it already ended by the time we got to this point. Oops.
Yeah. Platinum hostesses also have the option to train them, which basically launches you into like the dialogue minigame from like the other hostess clubs when you don't manage them in the other games, when you're just talking to them and you have an affection bar that you fill up. And that just affects like how much experience they get from it. Because the girls can level up. I forgot to explain this. They can level up, and that's based entirely off of how much money they make.
As is in real life, that's how we all level up.
Yeah, and that'll enhance their stats, make them better. So you want that.
And if you do enough trainings with the platinum girls, you get a little sub story because you like learn about their lives and their backstories, and then you get to do like one little mini story about them, and then that like maxes them out. You
basically the platinum hostesses are pretty much the best across the board. But it's going to take you a while to get those. You'll want to get like the ones that you get from completion points. Some of those are pretty good. There's also like the sub-story ones. Some of those are extremely good, and you really want to get those. So, you know. And there's one more thing in that kind of like the real estate where you can buy up businesses. You can also partner with businesses in the Cabaret Club Czar, where you just pay a fee and then you get a chunk of fans, which makes it non-mandatory at all, because you can get that same amount of fans from just doing the thing enough, but it does give you a nice boost, so you can just do it faster.
Yep.
And then eventually, once you get enough fans, you'll battle the head club of that district. I forgot.
And then when you win, you get so unlike Real Estate Royale, which you get a steady sort of cash flow the whole time. You don't make that much money from Cabaret Club Czar, but when you win, you get a huge payout. So like That's what the incentive is. So you get less money now, but at the end of the day, you make not as much as Kiryu in the long run, but enough to like fill out all your levels by the end of the game. I think
I wouldn't say all of them.
Not all of them, but like all the good stuff. You can get pretty much everything you need. I think the last Cabaret Club gets you like 10 billion yen or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So good amount of money.
Yeah.
But not great. Not as good as Kiryu.
Yeah,
anything
but
else about the Cabaret
then again,
Club?
what is as good as Kiryu, huh?
That is true. Nothing is as good as Kiryu.
Yeah, that's about it. We'll start going over that next week because I tried to do the first district this week and I fucked up at the very last part and I didn't have time to redo it.
Do you think the reason that Kiryu is the legendary Dragon of Dojima later in the series that is like the unbeatable man is just because he made so much money in his 20s and he invested it all in himself and that's why he's so strong?
Yes.
Yeah, confirmed. What's happened next? So we left the. Oh yeah, we have to go back to the Grand now.
Yeah, so you get to the Grand, you go up to the back room, and the floor waiter, the floor manager or whatever, he's like, "Oh, you got a call from Lee-san from Hogushi Kaikon. He wants you to meet him there."
Yeah, he says.
Or wait,
he says,
wait, just a sec.
Yep,
is that
that's
it?
Where, yeah. No, it was that there's the floor manager says there's a guy who wants to speak to you. He's this.
Okay, yeah, there's a guy on the floor asking.
He's not
for
Japanese. He looks like he's Chinese and he's very short. He looks like a little man, is what he says.
Yeah, he looks like a little guy.
Little guy, that's what it says. And then yeah, it's the funny doctor. He's there. He's loving it.
He's having drinks and he says, "Hey, manager-san, you're really cool. You're gonna pay for all these drinks, right?"
Yeah. Majima's not so happy to see him here. He thought Lee was going to come, but apparently Lee doesn't come to these kinds of places. He doesn't like it. He sent him in his stead, and he told Lee's messages. He tells Majima after he leaves here, he is just going to head straight home. He's going to go straight to his house, and then Lee will meet him somewhere around there. He'll contact him there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you leave. You go outside, and the goons from last night are back.
He's got the one guy who was like the ringleader of the goons that you throw in the river, that we both throw in the river. He just has like one comical Band-Aid on his head.
Yeah, he has a bandage right on his forehead.
Like his grandma put it there, and like this my
he got a kiss.
Yeah, he definitely got a kiss. And Majima's like, "What the shit, dude? You look so funny with that bandage on your head." And it's like. Get fucked, dude! You're trying to take Makoto. You're trying to take the girl from us. What are you even playing at? And
don't make fun of my Flintstones Band-Aid, motherfucker. My nana gave it to me.
I'll have you know that I love my grandma. She's a saintly woman, and I'll fuck with any. I'll kill you if you mess with her. I'll kill you if you have anything mean to say about my gran. Majima's like, dude, I don't. What your grandma? No, I just want to know about your. I just want to know about your trying to kidnap that girl. Okay, no one has yet to inform me why everyone is trying to kidnap and or kill her. And
he says that's none of your business. I'm going to beat you up because you insulted my grandma.
I brought all my friends, and they all are bigger and stronger, and they come from the other school, and they brought their big pipes.
I've brought all of my cousins. They all love our grandma too. We're going to beat you up.
We're going to beat you up. They all had pipes, and unfortunately, sorry to disrespect this man's grandma, Majima does kick all of the cousins' asses. He does some breakdancing tricks and kicks them many, many times. And then, standing, he just sort of watching the whole time. It's Sagawa, and he says, "Oh my god,
what's up, dude?"
He says, "What's up? Nice moves. You learned to breakdance since I last saw you. That's pretty cool."
Oh man, I remember back in my day, we used to bust out the cardboard and I'd breakdance like no tomorrow. Anyways, I'd drink a piping hot glass of piss and I'd go straight to the cardboard.
Piss is the breakdance fuel. He's like. Wow, Majima, those are some sweet moves. Is that why you haven't found Makoto Makimura yet? Is it because you learned to breakdance instead? And Majima's like, no. And then Saka was like, it's funny, heard from my sources that you never went home last night. I really thought,
And Majima says, I was at Gundara all night jacking off.
Yeah. I was baiting with my friend Kusei. So Saga was like, Majima, have I taught you about... Here, watch this PowerPoint. It's about the ABCs. It's ABC stands for always be in contact. It's the number one rule of contract work. Now let me teach you the 5 H's. This is your number one step on your road to middle management. Have you gone to the Yakuza? Have you gone to the Tojo Clan team building event?
Have you heard about the 3 R's, Majima?
It's respect, responsibility, and really big hits. And those are the 3 things that are gonna get you. Those are gonna get you real far in your Yakuza career. So if you need to contact me, and then Majima says, I'd sooner ask a telephone pole for help than come to you about my problems. Then he's like, all right, Majima, remember, you have 1 more day, and then I'm killing you. Remember that? Don't forget. Makimura, remember? Don't worry about it.
Later, Tiger.
I'll see you later. So, let's see. So Majima goes home. Lee is there. He brought a grocery bag. It's full to the brim of snacks. Love it. And he says he got a little plan. Don't worry. Oh, he also says, Majima's like, how are you walking? He says, oh, don't you know the number 1 way? Doctors hate this. Doctors hate me. I found the number 1 weird way to remove all pain. It's to be in mortal danger at all times. This one simple trick will dull your pain receptors.
Also, Lee walks up and he's like, yo, dude, there's a bunch of guys watching your apartment. What's up with that?
Majima's like, I know. Also, they're on the roads in and out of town. They're my prison wardens. My life is hell. Sorry.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm in a gilded cage or something like that.
It's like a gilded cage. It's like Yakuza 0, they say.
It's like Yakuza 0, Chapter 3, a gilded cage.
Lee's like, well, that's weird. Look, you need to go meet up with Makoto. I've got a big secret plan. I could talk about it here, but just kind of quietly. I could go into your house. It's fine. Don't worry. We're going to go on the circuitous route to Makoto through a secret door that I have in my massage place. Don't worry about it. And then we'll meet with Makoto, and I'll tell you my big secret plan.
Yeah, so you do that. You go to Hogushi Kaikon, and you see a guy standing outside, and you're like, yeah, that's definitely one of Sagawa's guys.
Ow, my back. I can't wait to get a big massage. Love
big, long massage at my favorite massage parlor, Hogushi Kaikon.
I can't wait to go inside Hogushi Kaikon and then never come out, because I'm always going to be in there, and you should never check for me anywhere else.
Alright, yeah, that'll throw that guy off for like a few hours at least.
I'll never figure it out.
So you go inside, you find the secret passage, and you come out like the back end right next to Club Sunshine.
Yeah, Yoda's there.
You head to the warehouse.
There, and he's like,
this part is that part with the secret passage is like really goofy. Like I don't know. It feels like they could have just been like, yeah, just go to the warehouse.
Yeah, there's no challenge. There's no fight. There's no reason for it. There's no like mandatory stealth garbage. It's just like it makes you take a specific path, go in through. I guess maybe it's because they need to establish the secret
that you're being
door.
Watched.
That and also the secret door. I think comes back later.
I think. Yeah, that might be right.
I think so. I mean, hey, we've still yet to learn the secret of Tachibana's stand, so there's a lot of things that'll have pay off later in the game. We get into the warehouse.
Hey, Lee, while I was going through that secret tunnel, I found this weird arrow with a beetle on it. What's up with that?
It says that if I use it, I can turn the power off, but only for 10 seconds. That's so weird. Makoto is just holding this blank envelope that Lee has just sort of he made it there already, and he just put it in her hands and then just left, I guess, just to sort of set up the drama. And Makoto's like, "This is for you. It's from Lee. It's the pictures you took in that photo booth. Enjoy." But inside, besides the cute pictures of them in the photo booth, there's is a picture of an embarrassing photo of SpongeBob from the Christmas party. But also
of course.
A bunch of pictures of some random lady that like kind of looks like Makoto, just like a little bit. She has like
just a little bit,
just like the same haircut and size, I guess.
She has a beauty mark. Yeah.
Lee arrives. He brought Taco Bell with him and some drinks. And
anybody want a Baja Blast?
Makoto, I got you your Baja Blast. Drink it and be awake with the caffeine.
Makoto, I know you don't like Taco Bell, but I know you love Baja Blast, so I got you some. Majima, I just got you like a quesadilla.
Okay, what if it was Takoyaki Bell?
I'm thinking about it.
Think about it. I would eat a Takoyaki Bell. So Makoto drinks her Baja Blast, and it must not agree with her because she just kind of falls over asleep.
She says, "Oh, my tummy."
Ooh, Taco Bell humor. Ow, oof, ow. And then,
that wasn't even a Taco Bell joke. That was just.
Oh, you're just saying that? Yeah, she didn't like it. It didn't agree with her being awake bone. And then not Makimura. Lee is just like, yeah,
those drugs work fast, huh?
Those drugs work fast. I did drug the Baja Blast. I needed Makoto to not hear the things that I'm about to tell you because they're not great.
Yeah, look at these photos, Majima. Doesn't this woman look just like Makoto? She's got like a similar build, kind of, close to her in age. What if we killed her?
But don't worry, gamers. I am a likable character, so don't worry. This woman, she's basically a serial killer. She does lots of marriage fraud and then kills her husband. So don't feel bad that we're gonna kill this woman. Because the real problem about it's not a question of whether murder is bad. It's just a question of whether murder is bad if the person is, a nice person or a mean person.
Well, yeah, it's just like how Majima, he was ready to kill.
He was ready to kill. Yeah, exactly.
But then he found out it's just an innocent blind girl, and he's like, well, this is different.
Well, I mean, hey, Majima began this game being told that Makoto Makimura was a horrible, pimp who did horrible things to the sex workers that he forced to work for him. And so, who even knows what is true about this woman that Lee is telling us about?
Yeah.
For all we know, this is a lie, honestly. Trust no one. Trust no one, not even Wen Hai Lee.
The deal is they're gonna kill this woman. They'll dress her up in like the one of the uniforms from the massage parlor. They'll kind of mangle her so she doesn't look, she's not that distinguishable from Makoto.
And it'll have Makoto's name tag on it.
Yeah, and then when the cops come to like confirm the body to Lee, he'll be like, "Yes, that is Makoto for sure.
This looks just like her. This is so sad." And then he's like,
We'll get actual Makoto a facelift. We'll wipe her fingerprints. It'll be fine.
The speed at which Lee goes from like, he's like, I got a plan. Here, have some soda, and then he's like, all right, Majima. First, we're gonna murder this woman. We're gonna destroy her face. Then we're gonna take Makoto. We're gonna give Makoto a new face, and she's gonna play catch with the kid. And then a little fingerprint, a little acid will take care of her fingerprints. No one's gonna be able to find. And then Majima's like, wait, what the fuck, dude?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You went from friendly neighborhood masseuse to straight up serial killer really fastly. It was
it is actually like a pretty sinister scene, like the way it transitions to him.
Yeah.
Like
Lee is just like, got some snacks. All right, so here's the deal: we're gonna take her fingerprints in her face.
We're gonna kill this fucking woman. Don't worry, she's a piece of shit.
She's a sicko.
We're gonna dump her in the river, and the cops will find her, and I'll confirm.
I'm gonna tell them that she looks just like Makoto. So Majima's like, who the hell are you, Lee? What are you even doing? I thought you were like a masseuse.
And he says, I'm also a hitman.
It's just kind of those funny little coincidences in life where one hitman meets another hitman.
They fall in love.
How funny would it be if at the end of this game, just like, Wen Hai Lee takes off his face and it's Agent 47, and he's just here in this game. He's playing the drums. He's loving it. So Lee's last job was 6 months ago. He was tracking down a man with a bat on his arm, and also another guy who allegedly has a family. That was the thing that put a little conscious issue in his head. And he killed the targets. One of them got away. Don't worry about it.
We're joking, by the way.
This is all a joke. This is all a fan theory I have, because what's his name, Akatani, said that he got into business 6 months ago.
We're just thinking about it, all right?
We're just thinking about a theory. This is a good theory that I've come up with. And then all that was left after he killed the targets was a room full of women in a cage, and he let them all out. And then this is really bad. I'm sorry. This is really messed up. And then the only one who was left in the cage was Makoto. She couldn't see. She grabbed onto his hand and wouldn't let go. And we find out that Lee used to be a father, but his child passed away. Just really packing it on, isn't it? They're we're getting into all of the worst. There's dead kids and human trafficking, and it's just all in this
parental trauma.
Parental trauma. Yeah, he's like. Her reaching out and grabbing on my hand reminded me of my daughter, and I'm not about to let another daughter die in front of my eyes. That's why we need to take her face and wipe her fingerprints.
And I'll kill fucking anyone that gets in my way.
I'll kill anyone.
I've got a specific set of skills. I will find you and I will kill you.
I will find you and I will kill you. This is Taken 0 is what this game is called. Yeah, so he says that he needs Majima's help to kill this woman. Majima's like, you're a damn fool. The Yakuza, you know, they're not idiots. They're gonna see through this in like 20 seconds. And then Lee's like, will you come up with a better plan, brain genius?
And Majima says, no.
He says, leaves. I know my good plan. Majima's good plan is that he's just gonna leave and take his chances elsewhere, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not do anything.
What if instead I just accepted my fate? So Lee says, I'm not gonna let you leave now that you know the plan. I'm gonna kill you with my god hand. And then we have to fight Lee again.
Yeah, you fight him again. He's a little bit harder.
I took one for the team. I let Lee use his god hand on me.
Hell yeah.
So he just like pushes his thumb into Majima's arm so hard that it makes Majima go which is really funny when he says that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the God Hand QTE is like, it has two parts now. Like before it was just that first part that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And now it's got like a second part where he like bends Majima's arm behind his back and everything. It's a cool boss fight.
It's cool. It's easy though.
He's using a lot more like, you know, martial arts now, it seems.
Yeah. He's not throwing acupuncture needles at you anymore.
No, he is, actually.
Is he still doing that?
Yeah, he's still doing that.
I guess I was just dodging too much to have to worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
this is a fun boss fight.
It's
probably better than the first one, just because it's harder.
It's harder. And we're scaling with the level cap better. We're scaling with where we're supposed to be better, so he actually is like hard-ish. So you beat him. He's just kind of on the ground. You see Majima's like scooping up the photos, and Lee's like, there's no other option. We have to kill this woman. It's the only way that we can get out of this. There's nothing else that we could do.
And Majima's like, well, too bad. And he rips up one of the pictures. He takes the bag with the uniform in it and walks out.
Yeah, see, as he leaves, he tells him something that we forgot to say, because they had a conversation. It's almost like a theme in Yakuza of Majima's story is the idea of there's a bit of a theme about the concept of the
value of a human life,
and the fact that you're stained forever if you commit the act of murder. It changes you as a person. And you ever think about how Majima's story began when he was ready to do murders, but then he couldn't do it. His sworn brother did it instead, and it's something to think about. So Majima's not willing to kill people. Interesting. So he leaves. He says that he's not there yet. And then his plan, his genius good boy plan, is that as long as he just kills anyone who tries to kill him, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's a good plan, Majima. That'll get you far.
I mean, it's worked so far.
It's worked. I mean, he's never had to kill anyone, so I guess it has worked pretty far. Pretty good.
I heard about this guy in Kamurocho who's in a similar situation. He's just,
He says he decides on things depending on whether he likes it or hates it, and he pretty much hates all of it.
That's a pretty good philosophy, and I hate to think about killing some random woman, so I'm not going to do this. Bye. So Majima goes to have a smoke on, like, some park bench.
Yeah. And then he takes the, like, bag of incriminating evidence and just sort of sets it in a trash can. And then as he leaves, there's nothing happens. Just the bag stays in the trash can and no one takes it. So that's good.
Actually, that's the opposite of what happens. We see a stranger in a crimson suit walk up and grab the bag.
Yeah. And now it's the next morning.
It's the next morning. So Majima's his 3 days are up. He's just gonna act like everything's normal.
He decides that
if
he just goes to his job and does everything exactly as normal as he's always done it, Sagawa might forget.
Majima, the normal manager.
I feel like there was something I was supposed to do today, Majima. I just can't remember. I can't. Whatever. Just get that 500 million yen.
Yeah. So you go back to the Grand, and this is when you get there, and the floor manager is like, "Hey, there's a phone call for you from Hogushi Kaikan, Mr. Lee-san.
Lisan has told me to tell you. Lisan is... It sounds like he's having a little party at Hogushi Kaikon, and you're invited.
Yeah, so you head there. We forgot to mention, at this point, the streets are blocked off. You can't really do anything.
Yeah, you can't really go anywhere.
I did still almost run into Mr. Shakedown going down the bridge to the Grand,
There's nowhere you can run from Mr. Shakedown.
I know that the streets are closed off. I know there's only one way you can go.
So Hogushi Kaikon, you go to Hogushi Kaikon, and Lee is there, and he's just like, "Great, you did it! Thanks!
Hey! There's the man of the hour.
You killed that woman.
You were all negative on it last night, and then you went out and did it yourself.
I am so proud of you.
Majima's just like, what?
We're gonna take you to Toys R Us, and I'll let you pick out whatever you want.
You can get whatever ice cream you want.
We're gonna take
any toppings.
Any toppings. You can get a gotta have it if you really want it." So Majima's like, "Wait, what are you talking? I didn't kill anyone." And he's like, "Look at the news." And then the news reporter's like, "The disfigured body that is labeled Makoto Makimura was fished out of the river, but no one could see. Her face was so messed up. It was really gross. We're not going to show it. Don't worry. Don't worry." And Lee says,
"Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The cops came here with a picture of this fucked up corpse this morning, and I said, yeah, that's Makoto." The
cops were like, "Man, your employee died in a really horrific circumstance. Why are you laughing and clapping and smiling and doing a happy dance?" And he's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about a really funny
Why are you doing PogChamp?"
Poggers. So the phone then rings, and Majima, it's for you, Majima. And the voice on the end of this phone is like a real nasty, like Joker voice. He's like, "Did you like my little presents? What do you think I'm talking? One dead Makoto Makimura coming up, Majima."
"Yeah, I did a favor for you. I scratched your back. How about you scratch mine, huh, Majima?
Come meet with me. I'm in your club. I'm in your base, grabbing your boobs." Yeah, so we find out that the mysterious man is just in Cabaret Grand, literally just with his hand on a breast, just sort of reaching and grabbing a breast as he's on the phone. He's grabbing Private Cup's breast.
He's having a good one.
He's loving it. This character is a real land of contrasts, and I think this is one of the big contrasts of this character is that he murder woman and grab breast. So he's just this dude in a red suit. He's on a big funky little phone. He's got the Oda phone, and he says, "Meet with me at Cabaret Grand for a boss fight at the end of the chapter." And I said, "Wait, I have to record in 10 minutes," and then the chapter ends.
Haha, fooled you.
I really thought I was gonna have to fight this guy.
We call that
it's trick.
I can't say his name. I was about to ask you to bleep it out.
Yeah.
That's the end of the chapter for this week.
Yeah. I have a essence of education for next week, but this week, we're gonna not do it because let me give you a peek behind.
Let's just what do you think of the chapter?
It was good. I like all of the Majima Makoto scenes. I think
those scenes are really, really good. Like they actually they form a connection, and
they have good conversations, and they're very I think you see a side.
I like to see more of Lee doing things. He's a cool guy. I like him a lot.
Lee's really cool, and then he gets twisted. Ask your doctor if your friend is suffering from twisted.
He's trying his best.
He's just trying to care. He's trying to protect the people he cares about. He's just doing it in a questionable way.
Hey, Majima, have you ever played The Last of Us? This is kind of like this.
The end of The Last of Us is actually very deep, and it raises some interesting questions about the concept of fatherhood. Would you believe me if I told you that I don't enjoy that game that much?
No, I believe you because I'm pretty sure you've told me that before.
It's not great. I'm not a fan. Anything else we want to talk about Chapter 7?
I'm sorry I did not get to the cabaret this week. Like I said, okay. I wanted to, but I fucked up at the last minute and I couldn't do it.
Well, I'm ready to show my whole ass here because the reason that so I put the question call up, and it had all of the funny references to the silly cult sub-story that I was going to do this week. And then I didn't do it because I realized I had a really good essence of education I wanted to try to do, and I forgot.
But it's going to take more time.
It was going to take more time, so I had to do it. So we're going to do the funny cult one next week, And instead, I just kind of fucked up there. So oops. But we do have a question. And it's an interesting one, and I'm excited to talk about it. And if you have a question, you can send it to our Twitter, twitter.com/podcastgagotoku. That's podcast GAGOTOKU.
Yep.
We got one question this week. It's from friend of the show, Dan, at Mike Dawson, _Dawson. It says...
With a zero.
Majima learns of what gravy is in this game. Are there any particular food... I don't know what that means, but I'm excited to learn.
Neither do I.
Are there any particular foods you didn't really know about until adulthood?
This is I saw this question ahead of time and I didn't even think about it. Do you have one?
I do. I was at this grocery store and I was trying to buy a can of chickpeas. And I couldn't find one. And I was at Sprouts too. So I was like, Sprouts is like the quote unquote organic whatever you can find. I can find vegetables and stuff that I can't normally find, and I was like, there's no fucking way that Sprouts doesn't have chickpeas. And I was looking everywhere, and I looked up on my phone chickpeas, and then I was like, garbanzo beans, and I said, wait, what? And I never knew that chickpeas are garbanzo beans and vice versa. I never knew this in my whole life, and I felt like such an idiot. I was standing in front of them, and I was like, where are the chickpeas?
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that either.
Wow.
Damn.
And there you go, Dan. There's your answer. Neither of us knew that chickpeas were garbanzo beans until adulthood.
Well, let me try and think of one real quick. Would it be cheating to just mention some food from this game?
I mean, that's one that I guess... I mean, gravy isn't from Japan, so Majima wouldn't know what gravy is because he's Japanese.
Fuck, I can't think of one. There's probably... I hear about new shit all the time. You were probably talking about something you cooked a week ago, and I was like, what?
Yeah, but that's true. Here's a question. This is completely unrelated, but what's a food that you didn't like until you became an adult?
Spinach.
It's cheese for me. I absolutely hated cheese my entire life until I was 20, 21, and I started eating cheese, and now I really like cheese.
Strange. Oh yeah, just listen to the episode before this where several times during the pizza law segment I'm like, what is that?
Oh yeah, bulgogi pizza.
Yeah, I didn't know what bulgogi was. I didn't know what that weird cheese was.
Oh, raclette.
Yeah, those.
Man,
I didn't know about those until a week ago.
I've been thinking about that pizza law pizza that we were looking at all week, and I'm just damn, I don't know if it's just because I'm hungry, but all that stuff sounds so good.
Yeah, I was walking by the Pizza Knee on EYO Bridge. The one that the statue man went to take a doo-doo in.
The one with the famous toilet, and you were thinking, wow.
Yeah, and I was thinking, wow, I could go for that cheese and honey pizza right now.
You were at the Wild Jackson in Southampton thinking, damn, I could order some Pizza Knee pizza if I asked the person at the counter. Anyway, that's our question for the week. We'll actually do the cult sub-story next week. When I don't
It's a good thing we didn't get any questions about it.
I know, right? What is the funniest part of the cult sub-story?
I think it's the part where they say pee-pee doo-doo.
They say doo-doo baba pee-pee. Alright, let's finish this episode up. Here, I'll have you can... I'll save that
That's how
joke
they
for
greet
next
each
time.
other.
Man, we're making a lot of jokes about the sub-story we haven't done yet. We'll remake. I'm gonna edit these out, and then we'll remake them unscrupulously next week until I forget about it. All right, I'll have you wrap it up though, because I started.
This has been Like a Podcast, also known as Podcast Gogotoku. If you want to find us on Twitter, you can go to twitter.com/podcastgogotoku. That is podcast GAGOTOKU. It usually doesn't take me that long.
It's hard.
Yeah, and I've been Argyle. You can find me on Twitter at Argyle_Funk, and he has been Jordan. You can find him on Twitter at BradipusRex.
You can also find our Discord. I forget to plug our Discord every single week. We have a Discord. Get in there, talk about Yakuza. There's a link in every episode. Mm-hmm. It's good. We got Yakuza emoji.
If you want to hear my voice in other places, you can go listen to Pot of Greed. It's about Yu-Gi-Oh! We just started. We recorded our first episode of season 5 yesterday. It's a lot of fun. That'll be going up soon. we also just put up our season 4 wrap up, which was also really fun. We had an awards ceremony and everything.
Didn't you get the award for having watched the least amount of episodes?
Yes.
Congrats.
But I got the second highest amount of points. I got fucked over by the bonus stars, just like any good game of Mario Party.
God, the bonus stars. Don't even mention bonus stars around me. They just make me so mad. They're just. I mean, you cheated not only the game but yourself, is what I'm trying to say. If you want to find me, you can listen to my other podcast, Jerkin It, which I do with Sam, my brother, who's in the last episode. And if you didn't listen to that one, what are you doing here? Go back and listen to that. We are currently talking about Wattpad fanfiction based on season 8. We are discussing
season 8.
Sorry, I don't know how I got to 8. We're reading Wattpad. We're currently reading Wattpad fanfiction based on season 6 of The Secret Life of the American Teenager. And we're approaching it as if it's canon. So this is the next evolution of our show.
Nice.
And it's very good. There is a part where they went to the high school reunion and they had been graduated from high school for approximately 3 months. So, perfect time to do one of those.
Yeah, I remember I did one of those.
I was really mad because I just
moved to go to college, and they were like, "Hey, we're having a reunion. You want to come?" And
it's the 100th anniversary of our school.
Against my better judgment, I said, "Sure."
And did you pretend to be married at that high school reunion?
Oh yes, of course.
Me too. All right, let's wrap it up. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. We're going to be talking about more Yakuza 0. We'll find out who this mysterious Joker is. And as always, Kiwami means extreme.
Bye.
素直に I love you 届けようきっと You love me 伝わるさ君に合うガラスの靴を探そう二人で Step and Go いつまでも深夜12時を過ぎたって僕らのラブマジックは時計はし